having me back for What's Cooking with Zach. We're excited to have Keeneland games in the Stable Duel app for the next couple of weeks. So excited that we're gonna make a big pot of Burgoo. The Burgoo at Keeneland is a crowd favorite. You can even get it on a hot dog. This recipe is very similar to the one that Keeneland has published. I just made a few tweaks to it to make it my own, and now I'm really excited to share it with you guys. You can spend all day making this Burgoo, but I really recommend trying a pressure cooker or an Instant Pot because it saves you a lot of time and you don't sacrifice any flavor. First, I seasoned and browned all of the meat in the Instant Pot on the sauté setting. I made a seasoning mix with the thyme, sage, oregano, and garlic and put it on both the beef marrow bones and the stew meat. In vegetable oil, I browned all of the meat in batches, setting it to the side as it was done. Now we make the broth. Into the Instant Pot goes the hen that I seasoned like I did the other meat, the browned stew meat, the browned beef marrow bones, a stalk of celery, a peeled carrot, a peeled onion, sprigs of parsley, tomato puree, a pepper pod, sugar, and lemon juice. Add water until it is covered, like pictured. Close the lid, switch to sealing, and manual cook for 50 minutes. Gradually release pressure by switching to vent before opening. Your house smells insanely good at this moment. Perfect time to set your stables for the games. Put a strainer on top of a large stock pot and pour all of that flavorful broth in, removing all of the vegetables and meat. You can get rid of the vegetables at this point. Remove all of the bones from your meat. I used the same pot to saute diced celery, onion, and green pepper in olive oil that I seasoned with salt and pepper. Now you can add those to the stock pot, letting everything simmer, covered, and fuse the flavors. Now add sliced carrot, diced potatoes, diced tomatoes, some beef base, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, sherry, and wine. Still simmering covered. Uncover and keep simmering. I like certain vegetables to retain texture in stews and not get mushy. For that reason, I added the green beans, okra, and corn towards the end of cooking. I had grilled corn the day before, and nothing quite compares to that flavor of corn for me, so I cut it off the cob and added it. The okra and green beans were frozen. I tossed them in olive oil, seasoned with salt and pepper, and cooked them until crisp in the air fryer before adding them. All the while, I was tasting and letting it simmer down to the consistency I was looking for. It does tend to thicken up a little bit as it cooks. This bowl of Burgoo will be rich and full of flavor. The meat will be extremely tender, and the vegetables will add a really nice texture. It's a delicious Burgoo, and I hope you like it.